respect to Justin Gaethje and anyone else you want to throw in the mix, this is about as watchable a fighter as we have on the UFC roster. The former interim lightweight champion, El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson is just nasty. From the elbows that he lands on the feet to on the back, the submission ability that he possesses. One of the most diverse strikers in the UFC. And with a college wrestling background, every time you step in the octagon with Ferguson, you know that you have your hands full.
And there's some fighters who just don't like training, right? Frank Mir would always say, I don't like to train. Tony Ferguson loves to train. He'll go 5 or 6 hours hard. And from a work ethic standpoint, few guys can be able to push that. Tony Ferguson steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Proudly repping the Anzacs, Australia and New Zealand. Here is City Kickboxing's UFC featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski. Draws rave reviews from past opponents, from his teammates. He is the ultimate competitor. Anybody who saw him compete in a rugby league setting at 214 pounds, I might add, knows just how committed this guy is to athletics and to realizing greatness in the UFC. He certainly did that against Max Holloway. He's going to get everybody's best shot. That continues in earnest here tonight as they all continue to chase down the Australian champion. And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now with the official introductions, we go inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. All right, here we go, early round action with the UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski. And when you want to talk about mixed martial arts evolution, just a nasty leg kick. That one hurt. That's more of a bleach.
I mean, he is throwing those kicks with evil intent. He is trying to break his leg with every single kick.
Strong outside leg kick. 1-2 there by Volkanovski. There's the leg kick you expected. He would employ them heavily here tonight, and maybe the boxer wants to go back to the sweet science after that.
Yeah, he wants to box, he wants to look pretty, but this is mixed martial arts. You've got to use all of your tools. And by throwing those kicks, you are showing that this is an evolution of the fight game. We ain't boxing a squared circle. This is a mixed martial arts fight. Beautiful job.
All right, so we will see early on how the Volk man chooses to proceed, and no surprise to see the...
Guillotine jump! He chose a much worse position over giving up that submission.
Ferguson's pass is denied. Ground and pound strike there now. All right, has the guard closed here. Another ground and pound strike lands.
He passes to half guard.
El Cucuy's back in full mount. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
3 minutes to go. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Volkanovski.
Nice defense.
All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
All right, so he lands another hook there. He's falling in love with that strike, but when you continue to land at this type of clip, why get away from it?
Why not? Why not fall in love with a punch that can't miss? He cannot miss with this hook. He's doing a good job of setting it up, fading out a jab, and then throwing the hook around his opponent's high guard.
Well, we've seen a lot of different elements to his striking game tonight, especially that hook. We'll see if he sets it up again here. He has punctuated a lot of his combinations with that hook shot tonight. Big elbow there, lands. Oh, and there it is, DC Damas. Saw that one coming a mile away.
DC, I like that one. I really, really.
Huge shot, finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed. Fighter lands a nasty kick.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange.
Yeah, he hurt him real bad. He's still hurt.
Huge left hand. Ferguson with a nasty combination.
That was a big check.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut.
That's the biggest shot of the fight thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon.
All right, so a vintage effort thus far from El Cucuy. Tony Ferguson just fighting on instinct, really striking well and mixing up his weapons.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and everything is thrown with ill intent. He doesn't throw light strikes. Everything's heavy. He's trying to... Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots.
Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight.
That heel hook looks tight and painful. What he's got to do now, though, is keep that...
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheeks. All right, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round as they attend to that pretty nasty cut in his eye area.
You got to lock in defensively, man. You cannot be out there just fighting. His opponent is too high level to try to fight him with his ego. Now he's dealing with a nasty cut over his eye. Why do you need another thing to manage when you already got one of the best fighters in the world in front of you?
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two.
Oh, nice inside low kick, yeah.
Another dynamic strike there from Tony Ferguson, former football player, baseball player, collegiate wrestler. Break dancer too, by the way, DC. This is a man who is truly a plus athlete who can do it all. Effective with the jab. Trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got hurt back.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Swing and a miss with that straight left hand. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
This pace is just absurd. He has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this... Oh!
3 minutes. To the left side.
That knee hurt him. Hurt bad.
Oh, he dove with the punch and he lands. Volkanovski's eye starting to swell now. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Working from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Volkanovski.
Always offensive. Lands a shot from the bottom.
Volkanovski's in half guard. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Volkan. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
He's out. What submission defense on display. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission? Oh, he's got his back. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Nicely done. "20 seconds to go, round two." Volkanovski ground and pound from half guard. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Volkanovski. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to... So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. unable to connect with a right hook. All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now. A lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be. But he should be focused on getting to that cut, making his opponent pay. He did the work. He opened up the cut. Now it's on him to continue on the path and make the ringside position.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Volkanovski's kick, that one blocked. Well, how about these numbers, DC? 134 total strikes have landed for Alexander Volkanovski. And above 50% too when it comes to the connection rate, landing with 51% accuracy against Tony Ferguson. Ferguson's eye is closing up. Volkanovski gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Gotta shore up the defense here, though.
You know what's crazy? It was like in MMA back in the day, guys didn't jab enough. It was all power shots. Now you see guys, well, more edge.
He has to evade, stay at space.
Volkanovski gets the takedown now, so a nice level change after he had gotten stunned on the feet.
Oh, right into mount.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Ferguson. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop him. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
Oh, he might be in trouble here. Elbow landed now from the bottom by Tony Ferguson.
Attacking on guard.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
Right into side control. Lands with the ground and pound.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you gotta start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted forward.
Beautiful job to split the guard. Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beat Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's gonna do to stay in this fight. Now he's backed up.
Well, at this point, DC, I'm not sure if he's just biding his time or just trying to get some extra reps. Oh, he is stunned, trying to recover here. Feels like the beginning of the end.
What a fight!
Volkanovski's kick is blocked. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Connects now with the 1-2.
Let's go, keep that pressure and finish this.
Well, really. Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. All right, so that calf is starting to bruise up. We'll keep an eye on it.
He's got to check now, because if he doesn't, his leg is going to be so... He's not going to be able to move. He's going to be in real trouble.
And there it is!
Holy smokes!
I mean, you got to be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time.
I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 56 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
What a moment in a career full of them for the featherweight champ, Alexander Volkanovski, your winner tonight by way of knockout.
Volk is next level, man. This guy continues to raise the bar for fighters at featherweight. And tonight it showed once again that he's the best.